pressure that we feel in Australia, in AusAID, is a similar pressure to what other donors are feeling. I think we're not alone in this place, and it's a very healthy pressure to have. It's actually quite an inspiring pressure to have. It's nice to know that the public want to know what we're going to achieve, and that they want to know what results we're really generating. We're going to fund a lot of things over the next few years, fund a lot of different programs, and we want to be able to know with confidence what results those programs are generating. And we want to be able to report to our leaders, our political leaders, but also to the Australian public in particular, what we've achieved with their money. And we want to be able to say that with confidence. And I think one of the attractions, certainly for me, of this standard that we're here to talk about is that it gives a general QA, it gives us a general stamp of QA to any results that we produce. We've got to adopt and adapt and embed that standard into our programs, and that's quite a lot of work. We think it's a pretty necessary thing to do so that we can speak with confidence about the sorts of results we're going to be generating. We've taken some steps over the last year or so to get that standard embedded in a few projects. We've taken a program by program approach, and we're looking to sort of to see if other bits of the agency, the AusAID agency, can learn from what we're doing. But yeah, we're keen to see it spread across the agency if we can. To be honest, it's not always an easy conversation to have with programs, and there's a lot of groaning and grumbling and oh my goodness, what are you asking for now? I think ultimately when we get down to hard tax and when programs have actually started to embrace the standard and embrace what it means for their program, there's always been a happy ending. I guess we've been through a painful process, but programs are really starting to see the value of what having live real-time information about the results they're generating and having real-time information to help them adjust programming is a really important and powerful management tool. So there is a sense of appreciation. There's been a lot of hard work to get there, and some tears and pain, and you know, of course, some additional expenditure. So it's not been an easy road. But I think actually some of the programs that have embraced this are sort of now feeling certainly feeling a bit happier about things, and they're also getting a lot of kudos because they've actually, in an AusAID world, they've actually embraced and applied, and they're getting a lot of attention, and a lot of other people are looking at them saying, hey, wow, look at what you're doing, and that isn't that good.
So the challenge for us in recent years had been actually to contribute to SDC's agenda in increasing the effectiveness of SDC's work. So the standard, the DCED standard in private sector development actually has been quite timely in the sense that SDC could very much build upon. So in our knowledge management community, we could actually very much adopt the methodology, we could very much adopt the guidelines, and we could focus on two major activities. One is the dissemination of the standard, and the other one, at most important, is actually the capacity building. Capacity building can take place in formal seminars, in training courses. It can, of course, take place now more and more on virtual grounds, in e-debates, through e-learning channels, but it also can actually take place on the job in the projects. And I think during the last years we have been doing all of these. I do work with the quality assurance department, because if they declare the standard good practice, it's a kind of rubber stamp, and eventually it will be also adopted in areas which would not, geographic areas which would not work yet with the standard. It's also a support for the institutional learning, maybe in other areas in SDC who have interest is the TVET, is the vocational skills development. It's also the agricultural sector, rural development, or there is also some interest even from health. And so this helps build up, differentiate the learning agenda around results measurement in SDC. So those are all working avenues which together actually have created a momentum among our institution which will not stop so quickly all the work around the standard. And I'm sure in a couple of years this will just be mainstream common work, maybe a little bit adopted, and improve the overall work of SDC as a whole.